Marriage as an institution is as old as human existence itself, and hardly can one see any society throughout the world where the issue of marriage is being considered a taboo. On the contrary, it is one of the yardsticks for judging the level of responsibility of a man and a woman, most especially when they have reached certain age and considered to be ripe for marriage. For most young people, if not all, getting married is one of the priorities they often target to achieve in life, and when such is not forthcoming, there is always pressure from family members and friends on whoever is concerned on the need to hurry up and tie the knot. In the days past, if a man stayed longer than expected before settling down, he would be tagged as being irresponsible. And if the delay is on the part of the woman, she may likely be reminded at every available opportunity that her biological clock is ticking away. The situation is gradually changing in Nigeria, as it is no longer surprising to see young men between the ages of 30 and 35 as still bachelors. Mr. Adetunji Ajala is almost 30 years old, still single, but not searching. He attributed his present status as a bachelor to the need to acquire some basic necessities of life, such as good education, a well-paying job, good accommodation, and not just any roof under his head, among other things. Mr. Ajala is convinced that a man must be able to reach a certain standard before thinking of settling down.
One thing is that, you see, when the time is ripe, nobody will force you. You will know that the time is right. And because of the economic situation in this country has made a lot of people not to say, okay, I have to have this, I have to have that. I tell you, these days, ladies, majority of ladies we have nowadays, they don't want to settle for any other guys. They will say you must have certain things, but it's just few of them that are considerate. So, and that is why guys also are trying to put one or two things in place so before they venture into marriage.
Mr. Abdulaziz Ismail, on the other hand, is 28 years and married. He strongly believes that a man does not need to acquire a lot of wealth before saying bye-bye to bachelorhood. According to him, a regular source of income is all that is needed. Wealth and material acquisitions are gifts from God and may likely come one's way later in life.
A lot of people believe I must acquire this, I must acquire that, but I don't believe in such a thing. Because marriage, religiously, at times, when you marry, it brings a lot of wealth to you. So when you delay yourself to acquire something or property like that, that may also acquire your success. So hence, when you think you are ripe enough, at least to maintain a simple environment on your own, if you are able to feed your mouth, at least feed one or two people, then you can take a move to marriage.
Some of the single ladies who spoke with Dateline but would not want their names mentioned submitted that it is a plus for them if their husbands to be already owns a house and a car before marriage. They however maintain that what is more important to them is financial independence, as they must have a source of income of their own. According to them, it is not right for a woman to be a financial burden on her husband. A marriage counselor, Alhaja Sidikat Daudu, however, attributed the reason most young men and women in Nigeria now practice late marriage to failure of the system. She emphasized that people spend more years in higher institutions in pursuit of greater educational qualification, and after that, they spend additional years searching for non-existent white-collar jobs. Alhaja Daudu maintained that in the past, a man of 25 was considered matured enough to be a husband, while at 18, a lady would be said to be ripe for marriage.
You find out that, especially in Nigeria, the higher institutions, courses that are supposed to be completed within 4 years get to 7, 8 years because of the ASU strike and all that. They may have issue with the government, they may have issue with the students. So they close schools indefinitely without considering the age of those students in school, that they need to get out of school and go for another level.
What is the place of religion in marriage, you may want to ask? Prophet Joseph Ilori, and Ustaz Salaudeen Omotosho identified spiritual maturity on the part of the man and the woman as one of the indices for a successful marriage. They noted that marriage as an institution is ordained by God.
God constituted the first marriage between Adam and Eve. He blessed them, so anybody who handles marriage with levity hand is going against the word of God. So marriage should be handled with good hands, and should be handled according to the word of God.
Allah said in the Holy Quran, فَأَنْكِهُ مَا طَابَ لَكُم مِّنَ النِّسَاءِ. Married those that you know you are in love with. People base their sustenance upon acquiring of much wealth, forgetting that Allah alone is the provider of everything.
So, whether you choose to acquire the entire world before tying the nuptial knot, or you believe that such material wealth can be better achieved as a joint venture between you and your spouse, the choice is yours to make. Oluchi Amuda for Deadline.